is your new heavyweight champion of the world, Greg Page. And Kerry Coetzee is still flat on his back on the canvas, being attended to by his seconds. That was a real devastating knockout. He was aware he was punching.
Train to fight. I do all of the goes Jake's part. He brought all that of him.
Did he hurt you at any stage?
No. He caught me out balance a couple times. That's about it. He's not one of those good punches everybody say. He's a great fighter.
And the punch that ended it all?
It was a right hand, left hook.
Followed by? Well,
right on his back, and I don't know whether the South African is going to be giving up. They're taking out his gum guard. It's all over.
You need to turn this up. It's the streets is talking. Where they cover real issues. It's the streets is talking. Our private Crystal West. It's the streets is talking. What up, everybody? It's the streets is talking. From the north to the south. It's the streets is talking. And from the east to the west. It's the streets is talking. Spread unity to community. It's the streets is talking. What up, everybody? It's the streets is talking. It's the streets is talking. On the streets is talking, man. Streets is talking. Now we're busy here and there. It's time to listen. Louisville, the city. Why gossip? So everybody listen up.
We're getting ready to do what we try to do best, is hopefully frame a discussion for the purpose of enlightening the people on particular issues in the community. Today's guest is Patricia Page. She is the wife of heavyweight champion Greg Page, who left us physically in April of this year of '09. And she's here today to talk about brain injuries and its connected disabilities, and talk about how when Greg was inflicted with his brain injury, how they started the Greg Page Foundation to raise awareness around, again, brain injuries and its connected disabilities. So we invite y'all into this great conversation, and as always, that's a wrap.
Hi, I'm Patricia Page. I'm happy to be here again. I'm the wife of former heavyweight champ Greg Page. We are here to talk about brain injury and the disabilities that go along with it. And I'm pleased to be back again.
In talking about the brain injury issue and all the things that are connected with that,
right.
And then also to honor my cousin Greg Page. I always want to make sure
I put that on the Tim's Roy Radio Network from time to time.
I will, but I always want to put that out there that I do have a personal connection.
Absolutely.
And just the overall, because by law, you said the state regulation has changed, and it's actually has changed in honor of Greg Page's,
yes.
The Greg Page Boxing and Safety Initiative.
Yes.
We also talked before, and you told me that you kind of pop in from time to time at different boxing
yes.
events
yes,
just to make sure that they're, following the regulations. So
yes.
what type of advice would you give to not just your own boxers, but in the gym, in the fitness center, but to boxers throughout the community in terms of safety and preventative measures for these type of injuries?
The biggest thing I tell my boxers, and they'll tell you, I had the conversation with them on Saturday, protect yourself at all times, because nobody else out there is going to protect you.
That and the foundation. Because you could have gone the other way and just thrown your hands up and say, I give, I quit, I'm done with this, I've had such a tough time trying to get this help for Greg. Why didn't you go that way?
Because number one, I was born and raised in Portland. I'm not a quitter. I never questioned the fact that this was an awesome burden, but he also never questioned the fact that God chose him for this burden. And one of my oldest daughter asked him one day, she said, do you ever just say, God, why me? He said, because no, then I had to say, God, why not me? So he always has felt like, and Christopher knows this, to the day he died, he fought with everything he had in him. He never complained.
Amazing.
Never complained.
Seems like this event on October the 16th is going to be even another connected public event.
Absolutely.
That you all are trying to put together to honor his legacy.
Absolutely.
So it's not only just a boxing match.
Absolutely.
It is actually a public event. Since we had laid the champ to rest earlier this year, this is kind of the first public event that will actually highlight his legacy and all that entails. Am I correct about that information?
You're absolutely correct about that. The championship fight I was talking about is going to be at Expo 5. Doors open at 6. Fight starts at 8. And like I said, there will be several of our guys from the gym will be fighting on that card. Dorico Murray's one of them.
Back on, this is a community-related foundation, the Greg Page
Yes.
Foundation.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I just want to know, what type of response and feedback have you gotten personally from the community, throughout this time?
I think that everybody that I've talked to has definitely saw that there is a need for this agency and what we need to do, and are glad that there's somebody there to help hold their hand and help navigate the waters.
So when you talk about holding their hand, how do they, if this has happened, they have this injury, how do they get a hold of you for that part of it? Not just for the donations to the foundation because we want the foundation to continue, but to use the services.
Call me at 363-3609, and we'll be glad to get their information and try to find out what kind of services they are in need of and help them locate those
Give me my
services.
number one more time.
That phone number is 363-3609.
What's up, world? We're here once again. I'm at the corner of Muhammad Ali and 4th Street. You know what it is. Sunday, the streets are talking. 96.5 Art Profit, Christopher 2X show. You feel me? And as usual, you know I always have a few guests coming through. Probably if you're featuring for the word spoken, you know, you can roll with me to the radio station. I have a real special guest with me this evening, this afternoon. You feel me? Come on through. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? World, this is a Real IQ Productions, Real IQ premiere. Never before. I got some footage of it though. I just haven't put it up yet. You feel me? I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this. I introduce you to Miss Doo-Wop.
What's up? What's up, Real IQ Productions?
So tell the world who you are, what's going on, where you from?
I'm Doo-Wop. I'm Kim, aka Doo-Wop from Cincinnati. Live in Cincinnati, but I'm from KY, Northern Kentucky. You know how we do it. Very familiar with Louisville. It's like second home, and I just come down here to enjoy myself.
That's what's up. And what do you do? What do you do? What type? Do you do poetry? Do you
I
sing?
do poetry. I'm a spoken word artist. I'm a singer, songwriter, you know, promoter, whatever you want, what you need, I can do it.
And you have an event somewhere too that you be hosting. Where is that?
I got two events actually. On Tuesdays in Cincinnati, I'm at the Mill Street Bar and Grill for Tranquil Tuesday. On Saturdays, I'm at Fat Daddy's in Cincinnati for the Spoken Soul Saturday Artist Showcase. So you can catch me at both of those places, and pretty much anywhere near you, I'll be there.
All right, got anything else you want to plug? A website, you know what I'm saying? Email?
I'm on Facebook, of course. You can hit me there. You can hit me at doowop@yahoo.com. I'm there. Or you can see me tonight at the Word Spoken, because I will be there as well.
Patricia, if you could, you'd like to give us some closing comments.
I sure would. It's really important to understand that brain injury, when you're dealing with brain injury, it's a serious business. Not only does it affect the person who's injured, but it affects the whole family.
Doing a very important service to our community here in Louisville. It does take a village in order to get things done, and what you're doing here, Ms. Page, is wonderful.
Hey, what's up? Tim Gerard, Program Director for WGZB and WMJM. Run two talk shows from the corner to the courthouse, both sides of justice on Magic 101.3, Streets of Talking on B96.5. I'm the host of the Tim Gerard Radio Network. I work my Facebook like you wouldn't believe, so if you want to be a friend, join me. But go through our website, 1013online.com. There's like 80 Tim Gerards. I thought I was the only one. I didn't know. So, but kind of on that same tip, Greg Page was the only one, Greg Page, and he went through life like that from the beginning. He was the boxer, and people know about the boxer. Then he was the champion. People know about the champion. And then the traumatic events happened surrounding his life with that fight, and he was still the fighter up until the very end. And that's why everybody wanted to honor him with the Greg Page Foundation and also help more people to keep people from ending up the way he did. He didn't complain about it. He didn't say, God, why me? It was more like, God, why not me? Let me be the conduit to help other people. And that's what the Greg Page Foundation is all about.
Cool. That's what's up. That's what's up.